Butler coach Thad Matta joins us here on the Eye on College Basketball podcast here at Big East Media. You're my first interview, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed here. Good to go. How you feeling?
I feel good.
Yeah?
Feel good. It's always great to be in New York City. There's no finer place. If you're from the fields of
Yeah.
cornfields of Illinois, this ain't my type of place.
Well, you're in and out of here. You'll be back. You'll be sleeping in your own bed tonight and all that
No
good
doubt.
stuff.
No doubt.
Let's dive right into it. Biggest differences from your team. There we go. Biggest differences from your team last season to this season, Thad. What would you identify as the biggest makeovers?
Well, I think this. We retained a lot of players, and I'm excited about that. I think this year we're going to be an older team. We've got a lot of veterans, a lot of guys. Patrick McCaffrey is the 6th year in college basketball. We got a couple of 5th-year players, and that to me is exciting for us. As I've told our team, we've got to play like grown men this year, and I also think in terms of the difference, we're longer. We're bigger at positions on the wings, at the guards, and that'll be a big difference for us.
Where are you finding new sources of joy and inspiration as a coach, having done it for so long, but then taking a break and now coming back? This is year 3 for you in Butler.
Yep.
Where are the spots that you still find so much fulfillment with the job?
I think this in the ever-changing landscape of college basketball, I'm enjoying the purity of practice. I'm enjoying the purity of a staff meeting and preparation of getting our guys to be the best that they can be. I think that that's one of the things we feel we do better than a lot of schools at Butler's. We make our players better and spend an inordinate amount of time with them in terms of their development and not only in basketball. We recruit a certain type of kid to Butler and just watching their growth. I get a lot of joy in that.
I believe you have both Pierre Brooks and Jamil Telfort as preseason all-league honorees. How are their games going to take a jump this year? What have you seen so far? And how do you see their roles being amplified from the players they were in years past?
Well, I think this both guys have matured a lot in the 1 year they've been with us. And as I think about those two, and especially Ja, the game has really slowed down for him.
Okay.
And that's something we talked a lot about in the off season. He's playing at a different pace, but he still has his gears that he can go at. But he's reading defenses better. He's reading the offense better when he's on defense. And Pierre, one of the big things with him is we need to be more than just a scorer. And he's kind of he's done a nice job of adding things, be it passing or being a better defender. And I think that's the growth those two have to make, is they just got to become more of complete players.
Okay. What have you learned since coming into this league, going through the rigors, maybe something that's a bit different about coaching in the Big East versus when you just spent all that time, obviously, in the Big Ten, and kind of Butler's place in the league? You guys obviously have there's a big, proud tradition there, a wonderful lineage of coaches and players at Butler. But what, I don't know, what is something that maybe if I had stopped you the day you were hired at Butler versus what you know now, something that you didn't know in terms of the good, the bad, the challenging, or whatever in the past 2+ years, Thad?
I think I've learned just how good this league is in terms of every night, every team you're going against is, I've had coaching jobs where you get the schedule and you say, okay, we bring our B game here at home. We can win that. We can probably gonna need our A game for this one or whatever it is. But, this league has just been, it's unforgiving. And, I think my first year in the league, I remember telling somebody, they said, man, the Big East is really good. And I said, you know what it is? It's like a bunch of great Euro players. And then my second year, they all became NBA players. And, you look at the guys that we've coached against in this league. It's been amazing. And then you look at the coaches. You're not going to surprise anybody in this league. It's a well-coached league, and I think the venues that you play in are the home court advantages, that sort of thing has just been. I've said this: 13 years in the Big Ten, 2 years in the Big East. I'm like, I may have to give it to the Big East in terms of going through it. And the fact that you play every team twice is
right.
is something that a lot of conferences don't have now.
Well, and your Big East is the only power conference that has it, because now you've got Big 12, SEC, ACC, Big 10 are all 16 to 18 schools. They can't and don't play round robin. Big East still does. And because of the size of the league with 11 schools, 11 head men's basketball coaches, do you feel, and maybe there were even, you felt it when you went to league meetings in the spring, but just a tighter fraternity within the league?
It's funny, Matt, you asked that question. I was blown away. I went to the first Big East, whatever the down in Florida we go to, and I had never felt more passion for a league than Val and her staff. I mean, you walk out there just like, I can't let this league down. I mean, it was the most amazing feeling. And I'm a Midwest guy. I'm coming from the Big Ten, and really never, I don't know how many Big East teams I ever coached against. And I mean, it is unrelenting just how much they want this league to be special. And you look at UConn winning 2 in a row, and she said 4 of the last 6.
Yeah, 4 of the last 8 tournaments has been a Big East champion. Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. It really is.
Butler breaks through and either makes the NCAA tournament or is a contender. If A, B, and C, what do you need to see from this team? What kind of growth that you haven't been able to break through in the past 2 seasons? That's going to happen in 2025. Fill in the blank that.
Every coach is going to say this to you. We got to stay healthy.
Okay.
The best that we can. We've been as banged up as I've ever seen in the preseason. But then we have to be a team that never beats themselves. And we're going to have nights where we don't shoot well and that sort of thing. But we can't make mental errors and overcome them. We're going to have to be a tough team. We're going to be a tough-minded team. And like I said, I think we got the group to do that. And
there's a lot of great buildings in this conference. We're sitting in one right now, but you also have the benefit of arguably, the most prestigious, the most special. We'll wrap with this. What is it like for those that are watching, listening? I'm sure Butler fans identify with this, but there's a lot of people that aren't Butler fans that are going to be consuming this interview. What is it like to spend more than half of your games coaching in that building, in that community? I got to imagine as a head coach, that's got to be a pretty awesome, special thing to have Hinkle Field as your home court.
Well, for a guy that played there and has coached there, every day I'm in practice or I look up and I'm like, I can't believe I get to do this every day. And it's just it's a special place filled with history. It's a special place that in all the dynamics of college athletics that have changed, Hinkle Fieldhouse is still the same, man. It's pure. And it's what the game of basketball was built around, and it's an honor every day to coach in there.
Thad Matta, thanks for joining us. Good luck this season.
Thank you. We need it.